So my last video was some ideas for what I think could potentially improve or be added to Predecessor, and it seemed to get a good reaction, which is good really because this is going to be another ideas video with some more smooth-brained ideas. Before getting into it, I'm sure you already know, feel free to sub if you haven't already, like, dislike, and add any question, comment, or idea for Pred that you have of your own in the comments below. But with that said, it's time for Pred Ideas 2, Electric Boogaloo. First up as an idea is, you know how when the towers die currently they just explode? Well, I thought after the previous video, what if they didn't just blow up? What if they affected the terrain a little when they fell? It would be kind of cool if each tower falling caused cracking or damage to the walls or environment near that tower, or even if taking damage slowly damages the walls and environment around them. For example, 100% HP, normal, 75% HP, small cracks around the base of the turret, 50% HP, cracks start to spread to nearby terrain and walls, 25% HP, the walls now start to crack and crumble a little, and on destruction, the walls will now crumble completely, with the bits that fall from the top landing in the area outside of the map. It would add some really cool effects and visual responses to you taking towers down, and would also give you a little extra dopamine watching it. Again, I know Fringe will hate me for this as it's more map design work, and he's nearly finished tuning the new map. Sorry Fringe. Second thought I had following this was, why not have the jungle also change throughout the game? Maybe based on time, or could even tie it to objectives taken or kills if it makes it easier to do. The more the game progresses, the jungle could also get more and more ominous and dark in look. It would be really neat if throughout the game it went from being a really nice, peaceful looking jungle area to eventually being dark and sinister. If you wanted some lore to explain why, you could even cheap out and say it's due to all the magic or energy being released by the heroes fighting, and all the deaths that follow. Absorbed by the plants and the trees in the jungle, they also become changed by it. Or you could just say because. It could also be taken a step further and change the minions to be overcome with it and changed in looks and attack. But that's probably a bit too far for a MOBA. However, the next thing I thought of is super obvious, and I don't know why I didn't think of it for the last video. Minion Skins. It would be pretty cool to have these, as then you could change the way that both yours and the enemy minions look. You could have them as little clowns firing party streamers, hitting people with inflatable hammers. You could have them as little scarecrows, different colours of course, but firing corn out of a corn gun and hitting enemy minions with a rake. On a more serious note, you could just do recolorings or change the armor design and weapons, but I don't know. I kind of like the wacky fun skins too that could come with them. Between this and my map skin idea, you could even do a full bundle for both the minions and the map. My second to last idea of the video is item pairs, which probably sounds weird, but I hope it will make sense. I thought it would be kind of interesting if you could have a few items that when bought can be linked to give a passive between the two players. For example, carry buys X item, support buys X item. They link and then both receive a small passive in each other's company, like when stood together they both gain a percentage of damage reduction, or the carry gains a bonus to attack speed and the support gains a bonus to HP. Something basic like that. Just obviously a small boost, otherwise it would become something that you need to buy to be meta. A few items like that would be cool. Support and carry is just an example though. Ideally you want to cater to all roles and the jungler. Depending on the team comp obviously, you don't want these items to be a must buy, but they must fit a purpose. But it could be a neat idea, similar in a way to how League has linked support items, but less restricted to just supports wanting to buy them. My final idea I think will be a good change is to all current and future multi-select heroes, which I will clarify, I mean people like Muriel who can target anyone who's alive with her ultimate. Right now, and even in the past in Paragon, my main frustration with Muriel is her ultimate being very weird to use if you have multiple people very close. You can't quite target who you want without having to fiddle a little. My idea is to change it from aiming directly to a UI pop-up that when you press R, it opens up into a little clover of sorts and allows you to click on the hero portrait of your choice. If you press F, it closes instantly as usual, but this would allow for much easier selection rather than trying to hover over them and hope nobody gets in the way. As I've had people die when someone got in the way of my selection before, and it's mildly frustrating. For any future multi-select abilities, it would also be a lot easier to pick who you want. Not a huge change, but much better quality of life. Though who knows? Maybe Omeda already has their own idea for this to be fixed, and we just don't know yet. But if you have any ideas of your own, make sure to let me know what they are in the comments. Also, if you want to join my Discord, follow my Twitch or Twitter, all the links will be in the pinned comment and description. And with that, I will see you for the next video.